Top cashback and reward hacks for 2023. I've got a whole list I want to share with you, my friends. Let's dive into it. There's a lot to cover here. A lot of this has been put together over the years of what I do myself with personal purchases, business purchases that are even mixed in there. And then obviously we reached out to the community, got some feedback. And so that is the culmination of this list. I've got 5 big things that I wanted to share with you. So get out your notes, take your time to this video, and let's dive in. First off, we got 2 big platforms that we're gonna cover. We're gonna cover Amazon and Rakuten, okay? So let's start off with Amazon. So before we kind of dive in here to the whole mess that is Amazon, which I'm sure you've already purchased on this site before, you're well familiar with it. Did you know that there's really only 2 primary periods where you're gonna get the best discounts? Did you know that? And those 2 points in time, or days or periods, because they're multiple days, is gonna be Prime Day, which is July 11th and 12th usually, which just passed actually at the time of shooting this video, and Cyber Week, which Cyber Week started as just Black Friday, but now it's like a whole week. So there's like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but then it turns into Cyber Week. So I have no clue what the dates will actually be for this year, 2023. But historically, it's usually a week. Now, these 2 points in time are the best time to be buying stuff, from small purchases to big purchases, because you're gonna rack up the biggest discounts. This would also be the time that we do strategic locking in on subscriptions and things like that. We'll get into more of that in just a second. Now, based on my data from 2021 and 2022, what I found was that Prime Day, those 2 days, the deals are actually better than any other point in the year. Now, this wasn't true for every single item on the site because I don't buy everything on the site. So I found this to be true across the boards with, let's say, electronics, Apple, JBL, Beats Buy, things like that, were all better deals. Computer parts, so memory, graphics, power supplies, those were better deals. And even getting into sports supplements and non-perishable foods, I noticed those were better deals across the boards. I don't know if it's gonna be the same though for 2023. So obviously we just had Prime Day. I thought the deals were really, really good. A lot of items sold out. Like even looking at the beginning of the sales, by the time we got around to the second day, the 12th, you know, a lot of stuff was already gone. Like most of the JBL sales were already gone. Most of the Beats Buy, Apple stuff, that was all sold out. So it appears to have done well, and those were, you know, checking even some basic statistic sites, those were the best deals within this year, within the last 12 months. I don't know if this year will beat the best deals on Prime Day, so if you missed out, there is hope, because Cyber Monday deals, they weren't as good last year, but they're still fantastic deals. Like, especially if we're talking about buying at that point in time versus any other day of the year, we want to be getting in on that. Now, outside of that, you might see some like pop-up discounts and deals for like one specific item, one specific store. But outside of that, I don't even really look at the site outside of those 2 dates, because that is when I focus all of my purchases. If you can do that, I suggest to do that, like building up to those dates for the entire year and purchasing like everything that you need. I'm talking all the upgrades that I'm trying to plan out from a software standpoint, an electronic standpoint, camera gear, computer rebuilds or new builds. I'm trying to plan that out and execute on those 2 days. Okay, so how you could use this is obviously with just a one-off purchase. Like if you're looking to make an upgrade on older electronics, like I said, Beats Buy, Apple, JBL, all of those types of brands, we're all doing fantastic deals around Prime Day, but they'll do deals again around Cyber Week. So you could replace those, you know, if your stuff is 3, 4, 5 years old and it's starting to get wear and tear or not work as well, it's worth replacing them if you've got the means to do so. Next, you want to lock in your subscriptions during these points in time as well, because you're getting the best possible discount and deal on a one-off purchase of that thing. But then if we lock it in using the subscription feature, which it usually defaults to this anyways. Did you ever notice that? How it's like gray instead of yellow? And this color variation might change by the time you're watching this, but it's like gray, and then it automatically has you selected to subscribe and save. And that savings is an additional 10 to 15% off. We lock in if we can, because not everything will allow you to lock in at that price. So you got to pay attention as you're checking out as well, because you're going to go ahead and click through. It takes you through to basically process the payment and lock that in. Make sure it's saying the same price. Sometimes it goes up and fluctuates a little bit, but also too, this would be another point in time where you would want to add in another layer of rewards and cash back, which would be to use your Amazon Store Prime card or the Chase version, or even your business through American Express. And those will all give you additional discounts. So you're getting a baseline of 5%, on some stuff 6%, but with the Chase Visa version, you could get upwards of 10 to 15% on select items. So we'd want to do that to, again, stack in our deck to get more rewards. And then lastly, you could also combine Discover offers, American Express offers, and I'm pretty sure a few others do it throughout the year as well. But this, you essentially search out in Google, or you can try and search while being on Amazon, but just like Discover special offer or American Express special offer, just search that out. We'll go ahead and show up a screenshot right now of what that looks like for Discover, and you'll get additional savings. Now, understand that might not be applicable to the subscription option, but it would be applicable to the one-off purchases that you want to go ahead and do. Now let's talk about the rest of the year. If you happen to miss these two big sales dates, didn't know they existed, didn't realize how big the savings were, or just find yourself running out of something like toothpaste or some other things throughout the year, needing to make additional purchases, these are tools that you're going to want to lock into and leverage with those purchases. So I've got two browser extensions for you. The first one is the Camelizer. So the Camelizer was created by a site called camelcamelcamel.com. I know, very interesting and unique name. Very easy to remember though, especially easy to spell. It's essentially a data aggregator site. So what they do is they pull in statistical data from the sell price on Amazon, as well as third-party sellers, and I think a couple other places, and then they give you what the best price is. Now, I've been using this for the last couple months. I think it's okay, especially for non-Prime, Prime Day, and non-Cyber Week deals, because it doesn't even pull in that data, which is weird. Now, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or with just literally the hundreds of items I've checked now, it doesn't pull that up, but on everything that I checked, it didn't pull in that data. So it's giving me all the price data outside of the prices on those dates, which obviously skews that data. So I don't know why it does that. I don't personally like that. I don't really find a ton of value in it. But again, I'll give you an example. Like if I ran out of toothpaste, which I did recently, I thought I would have enough, ran out, then I'm gonna start hunting using an extension like this to lock in the best possible price. And seeing, historically, going back, the price was $7.98. I just went ahead and set an alert, which you can do with this plugin for free, and I'll get notified when that price hits. So I don't have to constantly keep checking the website. You can set alerts and deals. I like that aspect of this tool. So that's Camelizer. Next, your second option would be Honey. Now, I'm sure you've heard of this. They've done sponsored segments on videos by Mr. Beast all the way on down, and it is a very viral / popular app. And the reason why is because it delivers. So this is a browser extension that you would add on, and it hunts the internet for coupons and discount codes for you to get the best possible price. So it aggregates across the internet, tries to find you the cheapest price, whether there's a coupon code or it's just a pop-up sale or whatever's going on, and then it gives you the site or the place to go and buy that at. They also claim that they will find you the best possible price on Amazon as well. So you could integrate that into the Amazon stuff like we just talked about. And the Honey app is available on Chrome, Firefox, Safari, and most popular browsers. Next, number two, let's talk about Rakuten. That is R-A-K-U-T-E-N. This site is very old. It's been around since 1999. I remember this as being one of the very first affiliate platforms that I personally got started on when I got started doing affiliate marketing or digital marketing. And these guys have been around for a long time. They've got over 15 million customers. They've paid out over $2 billion in cash rewards. That is absolutely insane. And this is an entire platform that hosts over 3,500 stores to give you, again, the best possible deal that they can. So the average cash back per member in 2020 was $63.50. They've got over 14,000 5-star reviews. Of course, they've got an app for Android and iOS. It also features travel savings on airfare, hotels, and car rentals. So that's gonna be through sites like Expedia, Travelocity, and Hotels.com. Also, last note here is don't be surprised if the cashback and rewards take upwards of 90 days. That is done through PayPal, or they will do it via check. Rakuten also offers a extension that you can just add to your browser. So what this cuts out is rather than clicking through on the Rakuten portal first and then going through, it automatically applies the coupon codes at checkouts. The extension is called the Cashback button, and members can use this to activate cashback, essentially, instead of going to the site. Lastly, you can combine this with your favorite cashback or rewards credit card to, again, elevate the rewards that you're getting while using that platform. You can stack those two together. That is a very common thing that we're seeing in the community. So if you join the community, expect to hear a lot of people talking about Rakuten and cashback rewards because they're pairing up the credit cards with that rewards platform to squeeze out even more juice. All right, next, let's branch out here and talk about just dedicated cash rewards apps and browser extensions. So I've got 4 options for you here. First one is Retail Me Not. Now, if you've been around the internet for a while, this probably sounds familiar. This was actually one of the very first sites that I knew about that did dedicated coupons. So retailmenot.com is the site, and they're a cashback and coupon provider, but they've also now got an app. So you can find coupons and discounts that way. So all you gotta do is download the app. There's an Android and an iOS version, and your cash back is gonna be paid out in either PayPal or Venmo, and that's retailmenot.com. Next is Capital One Shopping. This has gotta get a notable mention because if you're a Capital One customer, you get spammed by them all the time in your emails with the Capital One Shopping. Now the good news is you got two different ways to access this, as well as you don't have to be a Capital One customer. It's just CapitalOneShopping.com, or you can of course download the extension. This is Chrome, Firefox, and I think most other popular browsers are supported for this. And you just add it on, and it seems to aggregate data from all over the internet for coupons, sites, best discounts, everything in between. I haven't used this that much myself. I just figured we'd mention it in here because of the sheer amount of email spam that I get from Capital One telling me to use this. If you've got experience with Capital One Shopping app, browser extension, let me know in the comments below. So that's that option. Next, we've got Upside app. Now this is a dedicated cashback app. It focuses on grocery stores, restaurants, and gas stations. So a lot of people use this dedicated just for gas stations, but it works really good for restaurants too. There's over 50,000 locations nationwide, which makes this have a large amount of coverage. That is one of the good things about it. And I know people personally using this who have saved upwards of $1,000 now and gotten cash back so far this year with just the regular eating out. So we're not changing anything, we're just going and eating out, and this is giving us additional cashback rewards. So we can still use our credit cards, we can still use those mechanisms as well with this, and we just stack that on top, right? So it offers both an Android and iOS app, very easy to use. And so that's just upside.com. You can download that. Cashback is paid out through either PayPal or e-gift cards, which I thought was unique, or bank transfers. So this is the only one that allows really that much of a diversification in terms of how you get your cashback rewards sent to you. Lastly is Kudos. Kudos is a newer and completely unique browser extension that attempts to match your best cashback potential based on your credit cards that you have added to your account so that you get the most out of your purchase. So essentially, here's how it works. You add in your favorite credit cards. While you're doing your shopping, the browser extension is obviously installed, and it attempts to line up the best possible cashback rewards that you will get based on which card you've got added in. So if you add in all your cards, that's improving or increasing your chances of getting the best possible rewards. But they make it even sweeter because they've got Kudos Boost. Kudos Boost adds an additional kick because when you're shopping at your favorite locations that happen to be within their network, they will actually match your cash back. So if you are gonna get 3%, well, with Kudos Boost, you're now gonna get 6%. All you gotta do is click on the blue button that says activate your boost. Now, obviously there's gonna be some privacy concerns and security concerns if you're gonna go adding all your credit cards to this browser account. That's up to you to decide how many you wanna add or how deeply you wanna use this. I think this is a great tool in the right direction and very unique because nobody else is offering this or doing this right now in the space, and it will allow you to lazily or lowest effort pick the best possible rewards that you're gonna get. You won't have to figure that all out for yourself. So I do like those aspects of it. So you're gonna jump on over to joinkudos.com if you wanna activate that one. And there is the list, my friends. Hopefully out of this, you've picked up at least one or two little gems that you can integrate into your current cashback strategy. Let me know in the comments below if you've got something additional, or if you feel like we missed something, or you just wanna ask questions about what we've covered in this video. We'd love to hear from you. If you're already on this channel and you're liking this, stick around, watch a few more videos. Apparently this is the new way to help with the algorithms, so beyond the likes, the comments, all that good stuff, just watching a few more videos on the channel actually helps us tremendously. So thank you very much. We'll see you in the next video. Hey, you should subscribe. 60% of you are not subscribed yet, right there. Okay, bye.